Good morning, Ian Crouch with your 8:30 Hunter News update. Trains are running again on the Hunter line following a fourth day of protest activity. A young woman climbed onto a coal wagon in the port of Newcastle at about 6 this morning, bringing all coal and passenger services on the Hunter line to a halt. It comes as a 21-year-old Sydney man prepares to face Newcastle court, accused of entering the rail corridor at Hexham yesterday morning. The Transport Management Centre says passengers should allow extra time for their rail journey and warns trains may have to stop again if there is further illegal protest activity. The family of an accused teenage terrorist from Raymond Terrace say they're shocked by his arrest. It's alleged Jordan Patton was planning a terror act in Newcastle and had intended to kill local MP Tim Crackenthorpe. His aunt has told Seven it's out of character for the 19-year-old.
I can believe it. That's not him. That is not him at all. Don't judge him harshly, please. He's a very troubled boy.
Patton is facing life in jail if convicted. A Port Stephens man is in custody accused of trying to groom a child on social media. Detectives searched a home at Madawi before arresting the 52-year-old. He's been charged with using a carriage service to groom a person under 16 and failing to comply with reporting obligations. The man's been refused bail to face Newcastle local court today. In an effort to make improvements to public transport, Lake Macquarie Council is calling on the city's residents to provide feedback. Mayor Kay Fraser says they'll be asking residents a range of questions.
Do they use transport? If so, do they find it convenient? What would be better suited for them in regards to public transport? If they don't use public transport, what would we need to do, or what would the state government need to do to encourage them back onto public transport?
Residents can share their thoughts by completing a survey on Council's website by July 12. Cases of influenza have dramatically increased in the Hunter New England Health District, rising by 70% in a week. Official health data shows for the week ending June 22, there are almost 830 recorded cases in the region, close to 350 cases more than the previous week. COVID numbers also remain high, however hospitalisations are on the way down. A new-look Little Beach Reserve will be unveiled in Port Stephens tomorrow. Accessibility at the Nelson Bay site has been improved through better pedestrian and vehicle access. A new and improved boat ramp is expected to make it easier and more efficient for boats to enter and exit the water. Deputy Port Stephens Mayor Leah Anderson says they've made a number of other changes to the area.
Planted additional trees, installed extra seating, and we've also got more upgrades in progress around the Halifax Holiday Park.
About 50 F-35 jet fighters are taking part in a military training exercise off the coast of Newcastle today. Exercise Dawn Strike is underway, which has seen students and instructors take off from Townsville and intersect opposition aircraft off the coast before landing at the Williamtown RAF base. It's the first time since 2019 the training exercise has been hosted at Williamtown.
2NURFM Sport.
Star signing Jason Hoffman will suit up for Newcastle Olympic as they take on Broadmeadow at Darling Street Oval on Sunday. The 35-year-old was released from his Jets contract a day early to allow him to feature in the local derby. Hoffman will be a handy addition for Olympic as they look to mount a charge towards a top 5 finals place. Knights centre Dane Gagai could be in line for an Origin recall as Queensland regroup ahead of the series decider. Gagai is a front-runner to replace Homicide Tabuai-Fidow after the Flyers suffered a shoulder injury on Wednesday night. The veteran has featured in 8 Origin series and will battle it out with Broncos' Selwyn Cobbo for the vacant role if Tabuai-Fidow is ruled out for Game 3. And Knights NRLW fullback Tamika Upton was part of the Queensland side that claimed the first ever 3-game Women's Origin series. Queensland won comfortably 22-6 in front of more than 20,000 fans in Townsville to wrap up the series last night. That's sport. I'm Finn Stevens.
And the winning numbers in Powerball are 5, 8, 9, 12, 18, 33 and 34, and the Powerball is 6. And now you're up to date with the latest 2NURFM Hunter News.